Big O Show. This is the 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 Big O Show.
For over 16 years, EJDConstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDConstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding. With more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes, Welton Rayom is committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. They handle complex personal injury claims caused by the fault of another in both state and federal courts. They handle auto, trucking, motorcycle, slip and fall, and bicycle accidents. Call 954-966-4646. That's 954-966-4646. Welton Rayom can help.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Miles an hour, that's a Category 4 hurricane. 3 deaths are reported in Florida after more than 24 were killed in the Caribbean. This
With more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes, Welton Rayom is committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. They handle complex personal injury claims caused by the fault of another in both state and federal courts. They handle auto, trucking, motorcycle, slip and fall, and bicycle accidents. Call 954-966-4646. That's 954-966-4646. Welton Rayom can help.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 16 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive the new 2024 MDX, $469 a month during our 16th anniversary sale.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Wait a minute. There we go. Welcome aboard, folks. Welcome aboard. It is not a good one once again as they lose 5-1. First of all, I want to make sure, tell me that the audio is good before I start ranting and raving here. We'll see if we go. Just give me that the audio is good. Tell me. Give me the go ahead. I just want to make sure. Let me put the comments up over here. Are we good? Let's see. Just want to make sure. Okay, perfect. Good audio. All right. Listen, I've given them every single benefit of the doubt. You know, they have been amazing against the Rangers, amazing against the Bruins, amazing against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and getting rid of that demon of the Lightning. And up 3-1, okay, up 3-2. All right, they've lost one or two games in every series. Tonight is a choke job, like it's been for 3 straight games. Now, if you think about it, in game 1, they outplayed the Panthers for 2 periods. And in the third period, that's where the Panthers outplayed them, and they survived. And Bob made some amazing saves, kind of really saved their ass in that game. But really, overall, the Oilers played better in that game, and now they've won 3 in a row. So they've really outplayed the Panthers in 4 of 6 games, if we're going to be honest now. Okay? This is now, you're on the brink of a choke of epic proportions. They have lost their mojo. They do not play the same. They cannot defend anymore. They can't check these guys. Every great player in every round, they have pretty much kept them in check. But these guys, they are breaking loose, dude. Like, it's just like they're doing anything that they want. And the Panthers are not the same team. For Hagee, the announcer was mentioning it, how he was mishandling the puck. It was just that nothing, they're not doing anything. It's choking. It's choking right in front of you. What you're watching is a team absolutely fall apart and choke in the moment and choke absolutely under pressure. That's, I can't dodge it anymore. 3-1, I can give you the benefit of the doubt. 3-2, I can give you the benefit of the doubt. 3-3, I can't anymore. You were never in the. I laughed when the announcer, after the Panthers scored 3-1, and the announcer goes, well, this is a different game. I go, no, it's not, dude. I turned to my wife. I go, no, it's not. This isn't the same game. These guys can make it 4-1 like it's nothing. So, get me to 3-2, and then maybe we can start saying, but yeah, it's just. And this is not the team you've seen all season. This is not the team you saw against Tampa Bay. This is not the team you saw against Boston. This is not the team you saw against the Rangers. So the team you're watching here, you did not see the entire season. So what is it? It's a fucking choke job. I mean, there's no other way to explain it. You know, look at the post. What is it? Florida Panthers Game 6, Stanley Cup Finals. But I think I said, join us as the Panthers capture their, I wanted to be positive about it and everything. I want to give these guys the benefit of the doubt. I thought they had earned it. They had played well. But what they're doing now, they did not do the entire season. It's crazy, dude. This is just a flat out. By the way, please smash the hell out of it. We got 232 people watching. We got 34 likes. A lot of other people, there's not a lot of Panther post-game shows. So smash the hell out of this, man. You got 243, got 36. I'm working for you guys here on a Friday night solo, baby. Even Sean is not with me, all right? So I am solo running everything. That's why I asked you about the audio, because I want to make sure. So I am working hard for you guys on a Friday night. So please, make a donation, Cash App or Venmo, by the way, Cash Big O Show. But if you can, hit that like button. Visit our sponsors. Let's go. Get it going, bro. Get this thing over 200 if we got 240 people watching. Now, this is the effed up part about all of this. We don't recognize these guys right here. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. So it's frustrating for all of you. I felt your pain on Twitter. I'm sitting there. I'm speechless. It's just, what else can you say? You're getting your ass kicked. You're getting embarrassed. You're about to face history. Let me explain to you history right now, because I'm pretty good in history here in South Florida. History, okay? Do you know where the Panthers are going to step into if they lose on Monday night? Okay? 2010 Miami Heat against the Mavs. When you're watching JJ Barea, post up LeBron, and you're like looking at your buddy like, bro, did I just watch an Oompa Loompa post up LeBron? Or did you see that shit too? Like, what the F, right? The 90s, the 86 Canes against Penn State. These we're talking about the ultimate choke jobs in the history of South Florida sports. Okay? Ultimate choke jobs in the history of South Florida sports. So, Canes against Penn State. Clearly the better team were the Canes. Vinny Testaverde kept throwing one stupid-ass interception after another, and Jimmy Johnson's stupid ass kept letting him throw one dumbass interception after another instead of handing it off to Alonzo Highsmith. Major choke job. Now, we could go to the Alabama loss, George Teague taking the ball away from Lamar Thomas and on, but really, if you look at history in hindsight, that was a pretty damn good Alabama team. And so you it was bad, but the Penn State, when you had that in the bag, and it was a monster choke job. The 9-2 Dolphins with Don Shula, and they went to lose 5 in a row. I mean, we're talking about some of the more historical choke jobs in the history of, South Florida sports. And these are teams that had potential on winning. Not like the Heat in the last 5 years. Oh, they lost against the Lakers or last year. Those are flukish things that they even got there. But this is the company that they're joining. They're joining some of the biggest choke jobs of teams that had a lot of potential and should have done more and did less and underperformed. You know what I'm saying? And this is you're looking at it. You're up 3-0, dude. There is zero excuse to lose the Stanley Cup Finals. Zero excuse. You had to win 1, they had to win 4. And if they complete it on Monday, I mean, you're going to join. Like when we talk about ultimate choke jobs, the Panthers are going to join. And let me tell you something. All the goodwill you built up with the borderline fan, all that, you lose it all. You got to rebuild again. This is like you cheating on your wife. Like this, this is not just like, some crazy little fling you had once or something. No. This is you getting caught with like 4 women in bed, okay? And she walks in and she sees you there with all 4 women. Like you didn't just commit adultery. You were like in the middle of an orgy. Okay? That's what you did to your fans with this one right here. They will never believe you. They will never trust you again. Nothing whatsoever. That's all. You're done. You're over. It's over. Even if you get again to the Stanley Cup, oh yeah, no, we've seen this one before. We've seen this story before. You become the Buffalo Bills of hockey now. Okay, you are now becoming the Buffalo Bills of hockey. I mean, this is territory. They don't understand the shit that's going on here if you lose this game. You're known as the biggest chokers in modern day hockey history. We end up becoming the fan base of the biggest chokers in hockey history. They become the biggest chokers, top 3 chokers of all time in South Florida sports history. And now they're going to become the Buffalo Bills of the NHL. Monday is D-Day. Monday can erase all these thoughts. Monday can get us out of this rut because not one of us has any damn confidence. At this point, you know what you are. You're a blind ass fan at this point. If you think that they've got a shot, then you're as unrealistic as it gets. And basically it's a blind ass fan alert.
Blind ass fan alert. Look out, everyone. We've got a blind ass fan coming through.
Give me props. I got to do producing and everything. I got to do the drops and everything at the same time. So, okay, I'm working for you guys. No, but seriously, this is painful. This is as painful as it gets. Please smash the hell. Let's go. We got over 300 people watching, over 120. Come on, guys. We're behind by 200. Come on. Let me get some of these super chats in here. Remember, you can make a donation. We get 100% of the donation on Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And of course, it's a sweet Bitcoin dip. You can always make a Bitcoin donation, which that's our favorite donations. Man of 1,005 holds. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. He says, no excuses. This team turned into the 21-22 Cats. Yeah. There's no doubt about that, dude. I mean, we can't say anything else about it. I mean, it's just pathetic. Ralph the Ace. Thank you, my brother, for the love on the super chat. Big on my watch party of Amy, Jim, and my Chihuahua KC. This team looks petrified, bro. They do. They're playing scared. They're playing nervous. They're choking, bro. They're choking. They're choking like freaking dogs after being the bullies after pushing everybody around, then now they're the ones that they're the ones now getting pushed around now. It's like they've never really been punched in the face, and all of a sudden they were punched with this athleticism in their face, and they haven't been able to respond. Because, others tried with physical play. So it's not really that you're losing the physical play. You're losing the game of athleticism, the mind game, the reaction. You just lost your edge. Eduardo Blasco, thank you for the love in the super chat. Big O, I can't take this anymore. It's a disgrace. I can't. What am I going to argue with you, brother? This is one of the biggest disgraces in the history. I don't know if that's even a word, but it is one of the. It's a disgrace of monumental proportion, and it is one of the biggest in NHL modern day history. It's going to be one of the worst in South Florida history. I mean, it stains your franchise badly. Think about it now, Eddie. They're becoming the Bills of hockey. You don't want to be known as the Bills of hockey. The next thing is we'll have Panther fans diving on lit tables and tables with fruit and all kinds of stuff. I mean, that's all we need. Where was that? Mike No-Go Zones. There you are. Thank you, sir. I think we need a local female to flash her assets, just like the Edmonton Oilers fan did. Modern problems require modern solutions. We had that one that pressed them against the glass. I don't know if you know about that one, Mike No-Go Zones. There is a famous one of a Panthers fan who was on the glass, and she not only flashed them, but then she pressed them against the glass. Okay. Now, I will say this, nothing personal to that woman. I have to say that the Oilers girl, she's got some of the finest pair of beauties you'll ever see. You got to give her credit. She whoever was her doctor did a good job. Did an excellent job. Okay. Let's go with Jose Lucas. Thank you for the love in the super chat, sir. Appreciate you. What's worse, Dolphins or Panthers collapse? Dolphins are not a Super Bowl caliber team, and they were all injured anyway, at the moment. So they had no shot at being a Super Bowl caliber team. Dude, they weren't healthy enough the last 2 years at the end of the year for it. We're talking about like real collapse. Like real for winning, like going for something real that you had like real potential. By the end of the last 2 seasons, the Dolphins didn't have any real potential. You were just hoping that they could somehow miraculously win one playoff game, sneak in one playoff game, because we're all, stupid about getting one because we haven't had one in so long. We're crazy for one. So Panthers collapses. You're up 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals, dude. You're up 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals. This is an absolute disgrace. Man of 1,005 holds. Thank you for the love in the super chat. Keep biting away from the drum and the arena. No tapping the drum. Yes, I'm with you. No old farts that have no life at this moment. In a moment where you need life. So, yes. Okay. I threw out Mellenby, but he works for another organization. So, okay, whoever, Beezer, Paul Laws, there's a shitload of people that you can get, actually. And by the way, thank you all for tuning in. It is very kind of you, as always. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Hateful Steve, by the way, on Venmo. Could we potentially be witnessing the biggest choke in NHL history? Yes. Can't argue with that. Sometimes Hateful Steve is just spreading his normal hate, But today it's factual. Panthers had the best team on paper, more experienced coach, deeper bench, home ice, and these games don't even feel close. I feel bad for these guys. I really do. They're good dudes. Yep. Steve, you're rarely right on the stuff you send in, and we love you for always Venmoing in, and so appreciate you always supporting the hell out of the show. But this one, you knocked it out of the park, my brother. You are 100% right. Adam Pinkster, thank you for the love on Venmo. Oh, I'm going to buy a bag of Meow Mix at Costco tomorrow and airdrop it on Amerant Bank Arena. This is absolute BS. What the hell is going on? And for those of you that don't know what the hell is going on here, man. Okay, now I got it. For those of you that don't know, Adam's, a hardcore listener. Some of you may not. A couple of years ago, before Bill Zito got here, we, the Panthers were really soft, and they would always get beat up and get pushed around and all that kind of stuff. And so we used to use a theme song for the Panthers. And let me see if I still have it here, because I may have it. I'm looking for it here right now. And so we used to have a theme song that we would play for the Panthers because they would piss me off because they were absolute wussies. It's better to use the P word, to be quite honest, but I'll be nice. And it was bad, dude. It was embarrassing. And so we used to have a song for them. And here we go. Let me see if I'm trying to remember what I named it, or is it just named what the regular thing is? Let me see. Because I don't want to give it away for those of you that don't know. He knows. Oh, this is terrible. What a shame. But it was the Meow Mix song from the cat food. So unfortunately, I don't think I have it. I don't know where I have it. I don't know what I named it. I didn't name it Meow Mix, and I didn't name it anything with Panthers. So I don't know what the hell I named it, to be quite honest. Let's see. Go Oilers. Go a fast skating team. Monday will be a classic Stanley Cup. JIC, thank you for the love in the super chat. I don't know if classic is watching my team lose, my brother. You know what I'm saying? That kind of hurts, man. That kind of hurts, dude. I got to say. Thank you, Adam, and thank you, Steve, as always. I appreciate you guys. As always, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, and you can always send in a Bitcoin donation. Appreciate you all out there, as always. Ray Martinez, you're a freaking stud again, dude. Thank you for the Bitcoin donation for Monday's Cup. And see you in 10 days. You're going on vacation. Good for you, my brother. Be safe out there. Be safe. Hateful Steve is there dropping Bitcoin now. Damn, dude. Thank you, Hateful Steve. That is amazing. For the dip, for doing the post-game show. Thank you. Thank you. And you know how I feel about that. Carlos, thank you on Cash App. I appreciate it also. Another one. Thank you for the donation. For the rough game again, Big O, but it's not over yet. It isn't. Will they wake up is the question. Okay? Will they wake up is the question. I mean, let's be honest. There's nearly 300 people watching. How many of you have faith that they'll actually turn it around? How many can actually have faith that they're going to turn it around? Not many. At this point, none of us are going in cocky at all. We lost the cockiness already. They beat the crap out of us with the cockiness. We're done. We're not thumping our chests anymore. We're not feeling like they were nearly molesting. Okay? They were nearly molesting the other team in every single round and the start of this round of this series. Their best players were handcuffed. And all of a sudden now, it's been an absolute jailbreak, dude. Worse than Lizzie when you need him. Rest in peace, Phil. I mean, it's crazy, dude. This is just it's like throwing a bucket of ice cold water on your ass when you don't even expect it. Because that's what's going on here. To watch this, it's just, who the hell can recognize this? Who the hell can actually, say, oh, yeah, no, they've done this before. They have not. And, wow, to get a couple of body blows, and all of a sudden you have caved in. It's sad. It's sad. Now, they can find a way to get themselves out of it. But I don't know what saves them. You made some lineup changes. We thought with the Lamborghini in there, that would make things, a little better. Primo is back. Nick Cousins, by the way. For those of you Latins, we just have a little fun and we call him a Primo. And so you get him back in there. We think, okay, so that's going to help out a little bit on the D, the forechecking. Brother, these guys are like Rocky chasing the chicken early on in the movie. They can't catch his ass for nothing. Nothing. It's sad. Let me see what we got here on Instagram, by the way. Barkey with a great game. Mama, I want Florida to win it so much for him, says Oscar on Instagram. Thank you all out there watching on Instagram. Colorado, Big O, check your internet on your tube is coming in bad. I don't know. A lot of people are you guys complaining? I don't see a lot of people complaining on that. Let's see. NHL wanted this Monday. We have our chance. I hope so, El Gallo. I hope so. Can you explain what has happened? I tried, Manny. I can't explain it. I can't comprehend. I can't explain it. I can't understand it. I don't get it whatsoever. I can't relate to it. No way, dude. No freaking way. It's absolute insanity what we see going on right now. It's the stuff that, how do you figure it out? And it's just, it pisses you off because this is a full job of all full jobs. Like, it's a complete choke job. You can't do anything else. You're not doing anything right. It just seems like your choking is, the moment is grabbing you by the neck and you're suffocating and you can't get out of it. And we're watching it and we're watching you suffocate and we can't do anything because we're not players. And apparently Paul Maurice can't reach him either. Let's see. The Drew Big O, your analogies on them choking is hilarious and kind of accurate. I know, right? It sucks. Chris Jordan says, maybe we'll go back to talking about Tua for 24 hours. No, please. God, that is so boring. I don't see any of my player fussing at each other to get others fired up. It's only the coach doing it. Dark Knight. Dude, they have no fire. It's a great point you bring up because it's not so much about getting in each other's grills. You know why? Today, who's the only guy? Barkov? Outside of that, nobody can get in anybody's face because you're not getting it done. So if you're not getting it done, you can't go challenge somebody. But in general, you are correct, sir, because the fire, it's gone. It's nowhere to be found on that team right now. It's a lifeless team that's out there. It's like they're going through the motions. They're just trying to survive. They're playing scared. They're nervous. They're afraid of the moment. They're afraid of the bad history that they're facing. They're choking so badly because they know they're facing an ugly ass history now. Instead of you being on the cup, you're now going to be laughed at instead. And you're not going to be taken serious ever again until you now it becomes even worse because you become that team that, oh yeah, no, but even if they get there, they'll choke. That sucks, dude, because you kind of have you've taken the life, the hope out of your fan base, and that's not good. Your fan base has to have some kind of hope, but how does your fan base have hope? Because how do we have Heat hope? When you know they're not better than Denver last year, when you know that they got lucky with Embiid and they got lucky with Giannis and all that on the way to the finals and on, but you still had hope because it's Spo, because crazy shit has happened, because his franchise has banners and all that. That's why you have hope. But if you don't cross that line, you become the Miami Dolphins. Sorry, Dolphin fans. I'm a Dolphins fan. Okay, look back there. I bleed everything South Florida, anybody that knows me. But you become the Dolphins because nobody ever expects the Dolphins to get over the hump. They've been known as chokers, and that's kind of what they've been for 40 years. And they always will fold in that moment, and that's what they've been known to do until they get it done. Doesn't matter who's a quarterback, doesn't matter who the coach is, doesn't matter who the owner is. They don't get it done for like 40 years. Okay? 40 plus, really. But, 40 years, we got to take out those 70s teams in general because they were pretty freaking awesome. But everybody else never gets it done. And it's always an embarrassing moment at the end of a season. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. So that's what the Panthers will now become. That team that is just not respected either. On top of all that, they were shedding that skin, that label. That's what they were doing. The Phoenix was rising. It was beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. A great season, an amazing postseason. First, you take on the. Some teams didn't want to face the Lightning. The Panthers said, doesn't matter. And they faced the Lightning and they faced their demon and they beat it. And then here comes Boston, another demon, another tough opponent. Boom. And then here comes the Rangers, another really tough opponent. Boom. Now, they didn't really face any kind of adversity like in down 3-0. They were always the bully. They were always in control. They never lost control. This is the first time they've lost control. This is the first time that they're not the best team on the ice. And as I told you to start off the post game, they outplayed the Panthers in game 1. The first 2 periods was, brother, they peppered the shit out of Bob. The third period, the defense finally turned it up. Bob made some amazing saves that night. He carried them, and they eked out a win in that one right there because of Bob. But really, the Oilers outplayed them. And the Oilers have now outplayed them for 3 straight games. So 4 of 6 have gone to the Oilers. Doesn't bode well for game 7. And you've lost at home multiple times to them. Doesn't bode well either. You know what I'm saying? It just, all the shit that never happened is all happening now, and they can't handle it. And that's because nobody else got an edge on them. These guys have. These guys own them. These guys are in their heads right now. The Panthers were in everybody's heads in every round. Now, shit, dude. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Let me check here. Josh, thank you for the love and the super chat, sir. Appreciate it. This is a shit show, just like my previous job. LOL. Oh, you were at 12:10 also? Oh, I'm sorry. Monday, we become part of history in a good way or a bad way. We shall see. Yes. Yes, I agree with that. And nobody can argue that. Miami fan, thank you, sir. They should put a photo of them kitties in the back of the net during practice this week. I agree with you, Miami fan talk. I agree. Thank you for the love and the super chat, sir. Very nice of you. Very nice of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, it's Miami fan talk show. Anyway, what else do we have here? The power play has been, the power play. It's a weird thing. They're better in full strength than they are in power play. You know? But that's been, even when things are good, they've kind of been like that too. Let's see. What else do we want here? All right. Venmo, thank you for the love. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. Robert, thank you, sir. Much love, Owen Shaw. Not a big hockey guy, but feel sick to my stomach after this one. Hoping for the best on Monday. Keep up the great work. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you immensely. That is very kind of you, my man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, as always. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. And always appreciate all of you out there for supporting the hell out of the show, man. However it is. And please smash the hell out of the like button. We got 300 watching. We got 177. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Over 200. Come on. You guys can easily get us over 200. There's easily over 150 of you that haven't hit the like button. No love for us on a Friday night. Working hard for you guys. This is scary. This sucks. To go through the entire season, and those of us like myself that have been hardcore Panther fans and Panther supporters, you've been building for this moment as a fan. By the way, think about this. How about the fans that paid their way to go to Edmonton a couple times to lose? Both trips unsuccessful to Edmonton. It's a mission to get there for people. They paid a fortune to get there. Okay. Canada, Trudeau is pura basura. All right. I mean, trash is better than that crap Trudeau that they've got running that country. Canada's, you think things are bad here? Shit. Things are really bad over there. You got to pay a lot of money to go to that place. Oh, my God. Man, you got to do all of that to get there and to deal with a loss. I admire those fans, but at the same time, I feel for them badly, man. Wow, do I feel for them badly. That's one that hurts, you know? Jesus, man. By the way, don't forget to visit our merchandise store, please. We've got, these are Bitcoin Big O Show hats. Got them also in white, by the way. There's a logo. We got all kinds of shirts. Oh, I got one here. This is a blind ass fan shirt. We got another one with the donkey. Not for the blind ass fans. And then all kinds of others, 305s, bring back the old logo for the Dolphins, all of that. Use our QR code and check it out. Great way to support our show and spread the word. Spread the love. Okay? So appreciate it. We got Big O Show hats too at the same time. Do I have any here? I don't think I have one here at the moment. But anyway, So check it out. Use our QR code. The link is also on our YouTube page, on our Instagram. For all of you watching on Instagram, the link for the merch is there on our Instagram profile, and it's also on our Twitter profile too, or not on our profile, but on our timeline. But you can go to it with bigoradioshow.myshopify.com. Let's see what else. It's too bad you can't decline penalties in the NHL. The Panthers power play deflates them. Yeah. And let me tell you, the offsides call was super close. But I'm not going to sit here after you've lost 3 in a row. Okay? You lost 5-1. I'm not going to complain about it. If your buddy complains about the offside, you're allowed to punch him in the face. I just want you to know that. You're allowed. I'm giving you the green light. Because, excuse me, that's about the most cowardly thing in the world that you can do, is complain about it. It was super borderline. You could say they don't deserve it. You can say it was a good call, whatever. But in the end, you haven't had the balls in the last 3 games to overcome anything. So please don't tell me that, well, momentum could have shifted at that moment and all that bullshit. I'm not going with that. Now, I talked about this on the show today, earlier. Everything's on the line for the coach. Everything's on the line for the GM. Everything's on the line for Bob. Everything's on the line for Kachuk, for Barkov, for, excuse me, for Reinhardt, for Bennett, for Hagee, for all these guys. Everything's on the line, dude. You're about to be labeled the biggest chokers in the history of hockey. Modern day hockey, when they talk about ultimate chokers, they're going to mention the Florida Panthers 2024. So reputations are on the line, dude. I can't imagine what Viola and Sifu are thinking right now as owners. Those guys have spent over the years a ton of freaking money. They have stayed strong. They have been amazing owners. They do anything and everything to win. What more do you want from them? The team's up 3-0. It's up to the players to win one more game. All of a sudden you fall apart. You're so mentally weak because all of it, they punched you. It's like Mike Tyson says, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face, right? Or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. But you know what I mean by that. So all of a sudden, like I told you before, they were the bullies in all these series. And all of a sudden they started to get bullied in the Edmonton way, and they couldn't respond. Well, they haven't responded. They have one more chance on Monday. But that plane ride is a morgue. It's a funeral home flying for 2,500 miles. There's no party. There's no drinking. There's no nothing going on. There's guys sitting there, and they are staring into whatever's in front of them. They're trying to sleep. They're drowning out their sorrows in some kind of liquor. And they've got to stew in this shit that they've created for 3 straight games. And now they got to sit there over the weekend, be around the people they love, which is good, but at the same time, they're not going to be in a good mood. And there's nothing you can tell them that they're going to make you, that they're going to feel any better. And they're good. If they turn on a radio, if they turn on some podcast, if they turn on the NHL, whatever it is, they're going to hear some bad shit because they turn on that NHL radio and they're going to hear, man, the Panthers have been, they're going to be the laughing stock of the NHL. And now this is effing with them. Now they got to sit for 3 days practically because it's Monday night. So you got to sit for a long ass plane ride and 3 more days of hearing how much you have choked, how much you have blown a beautiful lead, something that anybody would love to have. That's a lot that's a burden. It's going to take a really strong team to come through on Monday night. It's crazy, dude. All right, what do we got here on the chat board? Let me get to it here. Let me get to a couple of things. Thomas Jensen, yep, I'm sure it seems that way for both the Dolphins and now the Panthers. Choking ass dogs, unfortunately. I hate it, but it's what we live with as Dolphin fans, unfortunately, man. It's just sad because this is probably South Florida's best chance at a championship in decades because God knows no one else is doing it in the near future, says Dip Zip. Well, Inter Miami now is looking mighty deep. You probably don't follow soccer, but I'm an all sports guy. So I Inter Miami does have a chance, but I know that still is not going to, fill people's needs because it's not a sport that a lot of you love. I get it. It's cool. Dip zip. I'm sure for you, soccer doesn't mean shit. So I understand where you're coming from. For me, I'm very much into the Inter Miami. In fact, I'm always into it, no matter what team it is. But it's got me even more watching our young guys without Messi play the last couple of weeks, coming up with victories. Huge. They have picked up enormous points without their guns that have really catapulted them in the standings and really have helped out that when you do get back Messi and Suarez, you really didn't miss a beat, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I digress. I apologize, but Inter does have a chance. Okay. Miami Fan Talk Show. Well, Big O, either way, the Panthers, we made history. Oh, God. Yeah, but I don't want that other history, my brother. God, I don't want that, my brother. I just don't. No. I've had too much pain, bro. I'm a Dolphins fan. I live with pain, ladies and gentlemen. I live with pain. The Heat have given me some love, but my Canes have been horrible for a while. Now Inter's coming through. Okay. Got the classic Dolphin one over there. But, it's I lost my Miami soul. I've had a lot of pain in my life, so I need some good stuff, dude, Anyway, Brian K., thank you for the love on the super chat. Remember, folks, you can make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. And you can make a Bitcoin donation there and send your questions, comments, insults there too. But we get 100% of the donation there. We appreciate the super chats, but we only get 70. Damn, YouTube takes away 30. Brian K. says, need all 3 Hanson brothers, old time hockey. Brian K., here's the problem with that. I trip out. I love it. You gave me a laugh, which I needed. But, man, our guys can't catch the chicken, bro. We're like Rocky chasing that chicken early on in the movie. I mean, the Hanson brothers, if they catch him, they'll knock the crap out of him. But I don't know if they're going to catch these guys. That McDavid, bro, like he is one end of the ice to the other. Like you blink and you miss the guy. I can't imagine trying to defend that guy and catch him. That's crazy. Josh says, I know this is only a movie, but Paul Maurice needs to be Gordon Bombay after Team USA lost 12-1 to Iceland. Make them run sprints after the game. I don't know what he's got to do, but his ass is on the line, Josh. Not like a firing, but it's going to be a black eye that it's going to be hard for him to overcome without some serious success. Every time he has any kind of failure, it'll be tied to this. It'll be what's this dude that Doc Rivers. I know Doc Rivers even won in the past, but that's kind of so forgotten because he's had so many failures. But yeah, Doc Rivers, kind of like that. Mateo, thank you for the love and the super chat, sir. Very kind of you. Bob is playing like crap. Stolarz, I'm not sure that's really the answer. The team is playing like shit. Mateo, I don't think just change. Like I told you, who won the game one? Bob won game one. You know what I'm saying? Bob was magical in game one. I wouldn't give up on Bob yet. I'm not ready for that. I'm more pissed off at the people in front of him. They're not blocking the shots like they were. They're not on top of these guys defensively. They can't catch them, on the forechecking. They can't even keep up with these guys and lock them up. I'm sorry. I cannot blame Bob, my brother. I appreciate the super chat, but I can't blame Bob. Big O, this felt like when your girlfriend just dumped you. That's how I feel right now. Yeah. Basically. The Deep Zone says, Big O, if we don't get a Dolphin playoff loss, then toss that Panther fan about to feel that fire. It's not good, man. For us South Florida fans, and the Heat have kept us afloat for the last 25 years. Hamza, I mean, without the Heat, bro, the last 25 years, and Canes basketball. That's all we've had. Canes basketball and the Heat. It's been a basketball town the last 25 years. The Canes suck. They won, in 2001, whatever. But you know what I mean. Last 20 years. So the Canes suck. The Dolphins haven't done anything, right? I know the Marlins had something in 2003, but they're just flukish. That's all thanks to Dombrowski. And we haven't had Dombrowski in forever, so they haven't won for 20 years either. Yeah, it's the Heat and basketball, dude. Okay? Because I'm not going to – Larinaga's been – I know he hasn't won a championship, but Larinaga's been good. Oh, by the way, in our head coach rankings in South Florida, I got to tell you something. I was talking about this, and I was talking about this man passing him, but I've got to change my mind on this. If you lose, well, obviously, if you win on Monday, it's definitely, you're definitely climbing. But if you lose, see, here's my problem. Our South Florida head coach rankings, Spo number 1, Larinaga number 2, Paul Maurice 3, Jim Crutchfield with Nova 4, clearly, Skip Schumacher 5, Mike McDaniel 6. Schumacher made the playoffs with less than McDaniel has ever made, okay? Tata Martino could be climbing now because he's starting to win with even young guys without Messi. So that may change. Mario Cristobal's at the bottom of the thing at number 8. But I said if they win, Maurice jumps Larinaga. If Maurice loses on Monday, he stays in 3rd place. Okay? Tata's going to have to climb now. He's going to have to pass Mike McDaniel pretty soon because he's going to have some success in the playoffs. I mean, his team is freaking loaded, and he's winning even without his best players now. He's actually coaching something now. So Paul Maurice will not take the number 2 spot anymore if he loses on Monday, because that choke job, Larinaga has won with less. He doesn't get McDonald's All-Americans and shit like that. So when he gets to a Final Four, that's just absolutely freaking amazing when he does shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So Larinaga, for me, is still the second best coach in town. But I have to give Paul Maurice the number 2 spot if he wins on Monday. But if he loses, he stays at number 3. He cannot pass. In my right mind, there's no way I can give him the nod over Jim Larranaga, because Jim Larranaga would not choke away a 3-0 lead. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see what we got here. Hateful Steve is back again on Venmo. Thank you, sir, for the love on Venmo. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Oh, with Maurice being the coach with the most wins and no cup, what will be said about him if they drop were you listening? If they lose this, my brother, the Panthers are now working on being the Bills of the hockey world. That's what's happening. So you're part of, you've lost 2 cups in a row. So if you make it next year, people are going to say, so what? You'll lose again? And you'll become the Buffalo Bills, my brother. Yeah, you might have missed that on the show, but I talked about that. With the loss on Monday, they're going to be referred as the Buffalo Bills of the NHL. That's some sick shit, dude. Okay? That's not fun right there. Let's see what we got here. Miami Dolphins 79. Thank you for the love on the super chat. This feels like late fall football with the Canes and the Dolphins. Inevitable disappointment. Thank you for always being on the platform when misery loves company. One day we'll be celebrating on here. We will. Well, Inter for sure will have us celebrating. The way they're playing, they're looking really good now. They're looking deep. Dangerous as hell, dude. Dangerous, big time. Glad the dispensary had a special tonight. I'm stocked up for Monday. All right, Brooklyn Rob. Nice. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Oh, Clementine. Oh, Clementine. Oh, lovely, lovely Clementine. Ragin is in the house. The man that designed this. Let's see. The Finns were 1 win away from the division title, no number 1 seed, and the Cats were 1 win away from the Stanley Cup. Both choked it away. Yeah. I'm talking about the 9-2 is what I was talking about. Yes. Because for those of you that tuned in, they're now going to join if they lose on Monday, which we hope they don't. But they're going to join the 2010 Heat that had no business really losing to Dallas when LeBron was like peeing in his pants. And JJ Barea was like, posting him up. And we're like, what the hell is going on here? The 86 Canes against Penn State. Jimmy Johnson is maybe in one of the biggest choke jobs in the history of South Florida sports. Definitely. Jimmy Johnson owns this, by the way. The dumbest coaching in the history of a championship in South Florida. The dumbest, because he just kept letting Vinny Testaverde throw 5 interceptions in that game. By the way, Vinny had thrown 4 interceptions the year before in the Sugar Bowl against Tennessee. The 2 biggest games of his career, he threw 9 interceptions. But, he threw 4 the year before. After the first one, do you start getting a little – after the second one, do you just say, let's just hand it off to Highsmith and – yeah, brother, I kind of know what you are already. You're a yellow belly in big moments. Because Vinny Testaverde was a freak of a talent. We knew that. Physically, he could do anything. But he was as big a yellow belly as I've ever seen in pro sports. I mean, that was a choking dog like the Panthers right now. Okay? And then we had the 9-2 Dolphins that had a lot of potential with Dan Marino. I think about this, he doesn't get held to that because it's a team thing. I know this is not. Can you imagine if Tua goes 9-2 and then they lose 5 in a row? They'll assassinate Tua. He'll never hear it again. Marino did it, but if Tua does it, forget about it. It's all Tua's fault. It's always Tua's fault, that kind of shit. But the 9-2 team was loaded, was a pretty damn good team overall, and it was a choke job of monumental proportions. So the Panthers are joining an elite group of chokers in the history of South Florida sports. I mean, an absolutely elite group. By the way, do me a favor, folks. Give me just a couple of seconds here. Why? I got to turn on the AC. It's getting a little sticky.
Take a journey to our Caribbean paradise at Toyota of Hollywood. Get in the groove with great deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a Corolla, not 24,000, just 17,975. You'll be cruising and chilling with super low 2.99% financing. Feel the rhythms of the Caribbean today at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
That place is amazing. Open till midnight, and they've got like 2,000 cars, 1,200 new. I mean, they are absolutely sick. By the way, storm season, make sure you have the number of Welt and Rayom, because they will be the folks that will save your ass, especially if you're dealing with some storm damage right now. Please reach out to them, 954-966-4646. They have their own adjusters. They will handle the insurance companies for you. So call Welton Rayom, 954-966-4646. Man, it was getting kind of sticky in here. All righty. Mateo says, bet of the year on the Oilers, easy money. Yeah. Brother, I have the Panthers plus 850, and I'm one win away from cashing it in, and I can't cash it in. It's like Bitcoin that's waiting to be purchased. I have a dip right now, beautiful dip, and thank you all, by the way, those of you that have made donations today and Bitcoin donations. Thank you. Especially during this dip, it's beautiful. I'm like, damn, if I can win this, I cash it in right away, and I'm going to get some Bitcoin with it, and I can't cash it in, man. So I'm hoping Monday that my man is wrong, Mateo, and we're right, and I get the Panthers plus 850, dude. I bet him a couple of months ago to win the whole thing. Let's see, way before the playoffs. As good as Jimmy was building a defense through the draft, but failed miserably trying to build a running game on offense, and he handcuffed. Yeah, that was the Dolphin stuff, but what he did in that Fiesta Bowl, bro, that's some of the dumbest coaching I've ever seen in my life. Juan Rosa says, I got a confirmation in my dreams that the Panthers are going to win the final. Score is 4-3. All right, Juan. I love it. The type of choke is something we will not be able to recover from. By the way, you know what? Let's do something, man. Let's have some fun with this. Our email for the show is Big O Radio Show, just like, most of the stuff, right? Big O Radio Show. Can you guys remember that? Big O Radio Show at yahoo.com. Okay? Give me the final score, whatever it is. Oilers, Panthers. Okay? All right? If you get it right, whatever group of people that get it right, I'm going to pick one of you. Okay? Nah, F that. Up to 3 of you if you get it right. If you get the right score and the team right, and you only get one entry because I don't want my thing flooded and I'm looking at. So once I see your email, that's it. You're out. So once you send in your first prediction, that's it. It's over. No more predictions. One prediction and that's it. You can't send 40 of them because that would be, So if I catch you the second one, I'm not going to pick you. You're out. Okay. So 1, don't abuse it. Send in your prediction, the final score, and the team that wins. All right. If you get it right, if at least 3 of you get it right, I will send you a shirt and a hat. I will tell you won and give me your full name and address, and I will send you on our dime. I will send you some of our Big O show, not Bitcoin. If you want a Bitcoin one, I'll send it to you, but I'll send you a show shirt and a hat. Okay? Big O Radio Show at yahoo.com. Let's go. Let's rock. Good luck to all of you out there. All right? And thank Mattel for that because he gave me an idea. And we'll go with it. We've got a nice selection of T-shirts now and hats. So why not help out give out some prizes to the people that support us that are here on a Friday night, supporting the hell out of us, donating, all kinds of stuff. I love you all out there, man. Thank you for being so damn kind and supporting us here on the show. Please hit that like button too, man. If you haven't, please hit it because that would help us out and get the algorithms going out there too at the same time. What else do we have? One thing I noticed early, the Oilers had so many shots on goal. The NFL protect the players, brother or Derek. Okay, they have outplayed them in everything. Skinner's outplaying Bob. Their defense. In that second period, the Panthers weren't getting a lot of shots, dude. I mean, their defense has outplayed. Their offense is outplayed. Their power play on defense, their power play on offense, their special teams, they're killing the Panthers in everything, in every category right now. They have sucked the life out of the Panthers, is what they've done. Absolutely just sucked the life out of the Panthers, dude. And I don't know. Let me tell you something. Let's be fair now. Let's be absolutely fair. Okay? We're all here together. We all love the Panthers. Well, some of us, except Mateo, he's rooting hard against them. But we want them to win. Okay? But most of us feel like, oh, this is bad. Their confidence is shot to shit. All of this. So, if somehow they find a way to win on Monday, you also have to turn around and be impressed that they were able to do that. And you have to then tip your hat and say, wow, you guys fell into the abyss of doubt. The FUD is the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The FUD abyss that you fell into. Everybody's telling you you're a choker. Everybody's telling you suck. Everybody's saying, oh, my God, you're about to be on the worst side of history, all that crap. And if you can fight that noise, all that white noise, as we call it, if you can fight all that white noise, like Caitlin Clark has fought all that white noise, right? And she's now coming out on top. She won again today, by the way. I was watching her game a little bit during the intermissions. And so, you got to have this mental toughness to be Jackie Robinson. You got to have this mental toughness to be, was it Edwin Moses that was like in front of Hitler or something, right? There are moments in life where you just get tested. And you're Dwayne Wade and you're playing against Dallas and you're down by 13 in the third quarter and you say, no, I'm not going down like this. And you turn that shit around, Tua coming off the bench against the Ravens a couple of years ago, coming back from like 28 points last year against the Ravens. There are moments now that those moments aren't as big because they don't mean nearly as much. This is the Stanley Cup. This is Dwayne Wade in the NBA Finals, So this is more comparable in those moments where you come back to win. And we talked about this. The Dolphins lost their first go-around, and they learned their lesson and came back and won 2 in a row. And the Heat lost their first go-around, and they learned their lesson and came back and won 2 in a row. The Panthers have lost their first go-around, and now they have lost their 3-0 nothing lead. So they could be questioning themselves, demons from the past, demons from right now. Even though not everybody was on that team last year, it doesn't matter. It's still a funk that you're in. If you can climb out of all this doubt and win on Monday, that's pretty effing impressive. That's pretty impressive, dude. That's where I got to give you credit, because it's that moment that we all have as human beings that we're being tested. And we're put in a difficult situation. And we've got to, if we don't fight our way out of this thing, we're done. And so now you've got to find a way to fight your way out of this thing. Because right now, nobody really believes in you. Nobody. Remember, give us the prediction on the game. Game 7 on Monday. The exact score, who wins. Okay? I'm sure some of you are going to get it right. If at least up to 3 people get it right, I'll pick out of those winners. We'll pick 3 of them, and we'll give away a shirt and a hat. And by the way, if you want a Bitcoin hat over a regular Big O Show hat, say it there in the prediction. By the way, if I win, I want a Bitcoin. If not, I'm going to send you a regular Big O Show hat instead of the Bitcoin hat, or have the Big O Show logo. Thought I would have one here. No, I don't. Oh, well. Anyway. So, but anyway, by the way, you go to our merchandise page. You will find it there. You can see which one it is. Okay. Oh, and by the way, put the size of your shirt too. I'll need that. So if you win, I know what size of shirt I have to send you. You know what I'm saying? So, Big O, what do I think of Andrew Tate? Aladoso. I don't know what to do. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Not a guy that I would follow. I'm just saying. That's all. So, guy's had a lot of issues. Still, I think he still can't leave Romania, if I'm correct. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, dude. That there's so much, stuff that's gone on with that guy that I see that name and then I go the other way. Is just what I do. That's all. It's kind of like it's like the GameStop guy. What's his name? And I'm like, really, you guys are this is what you follow? Like, you're listening to this guy? Are you serious? Like, wow, so yeah, I don't know about this world at times, man. You know what I mean? To be quite honest. So that's kind of there's my answer for you on Andrew Tate. Scream loud over Canadian anthem. Canadian fans were disrespectful. Hey, man, they're drunk. Leave them alone. I thought the Panthers would learn. I might be dead wrong. Zachary, I'm with you, baby. Zachary, you and I are right there, bro. I'm with you. I am dead wrong. Right. So far, I've been dead wrong reading this team. I gave them every benefit of the doubt. I thought they would get it done today. I thought the end of that third period from the last game would be something that would be a little bit of a turnaround for them, and they were going to come out pissed off about losing those 2 games. Prideful. Like coming out like mother effers. And I just didn't see that. I didn't see a team that was mad. I didn't see a team that cared. That was gross, dude. Anyway, so I'm with you, Zachary, dude. I think a lot of us, they've made us all look like horses' asses. Alex in New York says, I walk around like everything is fine, but deep down inside, my sock is sliding off. Hi, Panthers. Coño. The Oilers were plus 100 underdogs for Game 7. Yeah. It's just terrible. Michael Fernandez says, Excel. Michael, it's Big O Radio Show at yahoo.com, my brother. Not here. Big O Radio Show at yahoo.com. Not on the chat board. You have no shot at winning at all on the chat board, my brother. Pay attention. Listen. You got to send your prediction to my email address, the show address, Big O Radio Show at yahoo.com. The score, final score, who wins, and then you can throw in your size of shirt, and if you want either a Big O Show hat or a Bitcoin show hat, either one we'll send you. Okay? Let's see. What's the line for the game right now? I'll tell you right now. Give me 1 second, sir. I can come up with that for you, my brother. Let me see right here. Okay. I do need a new iPad here. This processor is already, this one's so old already that it takes like a little while to always respond, which kind of sucks. There we go. All right. Now I think I got it finally. Hopefully it responds. It is Panthers minus a goal and a half. They are plus 215. The Edmonton Oilers, if you want them plus a goal and a half, it is minus 265. Plus 215, minus a goal and a half. The over and under, that's a pretty safe one. 5.5. I think this is going to be a high-scoring affair. That's the one I like, actually. I would go with the over because I don't think this is going to be a low-scoring tight game. I think there's going to be some scoring here. Edmonton, by the way, on the money line is minus 105. The Panthers, Vegas, has them at minus 115. So slight favorites over Edmonton right now. So Vegas is still slightly believing in the Panthers over the Oilers. Stop Silver Dome 61. You're going to give me a heart attack? What happened? Oh, man. I had a very vivid dream before Game 5 that Kachuk scored a breakaway goal to make it 5-1. It was so vivid that I went so far to even bet on it. I will never listen to my dreams again, says SoFlo. Chris Z, thank you for the love in the super chat, my brother. I definitely feel like a horse's ass. We all do, man. You know, none of us expected this team to fold. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, what are you going to do, dude? You know, it's not something that any of us expected. The way they've played, it's got us all by surprise. We're like, well, wait a minute. How did this team all of a sudden just choke away like that? It's insanity. You're a hated Martian. Big O, we will know who will win depends on who's banging on the drums. Holy shit. Yeah. I mean, I hope they learned their lesson from the other night. I know it had really nothing to do with the guys on the ice, but Jack Nicklaus was a complete momentum killer. Whether you're in the arena or you're on TV, you're watching, you're all pumped, and then the come on, let's go. And oh man, and that just, you know, it's not Jack's fault. God bless him. He's a legend. We love him. Nothing personal. And it's not his fault. It's the Panthers' fault. I don't know who said that's a good idea and went through with it, because really that's the insanity right there. That's pure insanity. Let's put a geriatric old man to tap on a drum because he can't even bang on the drum. That's why I said, yeah, let's go for Biden or Clint Eastwood or, you know, Let's bring another old fart that can't do anything. I mean, come on, dude. Let's go. Bring somebody with life. I'll be honest, and I love him. That's my guy, Marino. There's my guy, Marino. Marino didn't do a good job, bro. Marino was all right when he banged the drum. He did all right. I thought it wasn't up to snuff, Marino. And that's Dan Marino. And I was like, okay. But I wasn't impressed. I didn't think there was enough oomph even with Dan doing it. How the hell do you think I'm going to feel about Jack Nicklaus? I'm just if I wasn't satisfied enough with Marino doing it, go back and check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. How the hell am I going to be satisfied with? Come on, man. Let's go. Pick people with life. Anyway. Thomas says, all the confidence is with the Oilers. Unfortunately, it will be impressive if we win the cup. Yeah, it will be very impressive. Now it becomes an impressive feat because this is like getting knocked down twice in a 12-round fight, and you come back in the 12th round somehow by some miracle to knock your opponent out. That's what this is. Big O, what's up with our superstars? Brother, everybody. Verhaeghe played like shit. You just mentioned he played like garbage. Reinhardt, everybody. Nobody's stepping up, dude. Barkov was the only one today. Tkachuk has to do more. Everybody. Sam Bennett, everybody has to play more, man. So yeah, I'm with you there. What else? We might need to bring McD back again. Chris Z, thank you for the love and the super chat, so super chat, sir. Big O, they're keeping RFK out of the debate. Yeah, I know, but brother, I can't listen to that voice, so it doesn't matter. Listen, it doesn't matter to me which guy you vote for. They're all gonna. RFK has no shot, but either two bozos, either one's going to spend. They're going to print $10 trillion and bury our deficit even more and kill our dollar even more. So it doesn't matter, bro. They both each printed $8 trillion in their run. Now it'll be 10. So between them, whichever one goes twice, between those three runs, they're going to end up printing $26 trillion and put it all out there and devalue our money. So it doesn't matter. RFK is not going to save us either. Nobody's saving us, dude. So it's sad, but nobody's saving us. Now they can't even save the Panthers right now. We need somebody to save the damn Panthers right now. That's what I'm looking for. We need to save the Panthers because Jesus Christ, they are absolutely pathetic. Flat out pathetic. By the way, let me see what we got here. Do we have anything? Let me see if we got here, by the way. Let me see if we got anything on social media with some of the cats and their response. I can't do that one. See if we get something in the locker room because I cannot get something and show you something from the NHL because then I'll get tagged for all that stuff. So I haven't seen anything yet, but we do have this right now. I can share this with you. There you go. We got that going on in the streets of Edmonton. So we got them going crazy, which they should be going crazy. They have come back from 3-0. I'm trying to see if anybody gets any audio from the guys in the locker room and they post it. But they're also, the reception might be tough to get that stuff. There's a lot of stuff from the NHL channel, but I'm not going to put that stuff on because it's just, by the way, tell me if you hear this, just out of curiosity. Are you hearing that right now? No? No. I didn't put it on. Yeah, you're probably hearing it in the distance, so it doesn't sound good. I can't put that video up because then YouTube tags us and suspends the video and all that other crap. So I can't do any of that, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what I figured. No, and I'm glad you didn't, anyways, because I might end up getting in trouble when it's all said and done. But it's bad. This is as bad as it ever gets as a Panthers fan. I don't think it gets any worse than this. Let me see what we got here. Mike Castillo says on Instagram, they got no legs, Big O. Probably. They got no legs or they got no guts right now. Nap and Dreads, I think. This hurts, Big O. Yeah, I'm with you there. Mud Slut, Elacalide or whatever. It says, first one to score Game 7 wins it all. All right, Mud Slut. I think we all love our Mud Sluts, you know? Mud Sluts are always fun. That's what I've learned in life. Life is all about Mud Sluts. As many mud sluts as you can run into is always a good thing in life. Remember, send in your prediction to our Twitter, to our email at bigoradioshow@yahoo.com. Okay? Give me the full score. Who wins? And I'm going to, 3 of you at least have to be right. I mean, you got to do it. So we'll pick 3 of the winners, okay? And I'll contact you if you won by email. I'll say, hey, you won. And then I'll send you a hat and a shirt, a Big O Show hat and shirt, okay? And by the way, folks, you could support our show by going to our merch, hitting that QR code right there, buy a shirt, buy a hat, support our show. Appreciate it. Hit the hell out of that like button. Thank you all. You got us over 250 already, man. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you all out there, man. Appreciate you all. And don't forget to visit our amazing sponsors, okay? Because we got some great sponsors. That's how we stay alive. We will be back on Monday. We'll do our show in the morning at 10 a.m., and then we'll be back in the evening, hopefully talking about a Stanley Cup Championship win for our beloved Florida Panthers. On behalf of Sean Stanley, thanks to all of you out there that tuned in, that support our platform every day. We're on every day here at 10 a.m. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. Please support us and spread the word out there. We'll be back Monday morning at 10 a.m. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for any of Cash App or Venmo. Anytime you're listening to the show or listening on audio or watching, you can always send in a Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. Thank you all out there, however you support our show, and hit that like button. See you Monday. Be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend.
This is the Big O Show. This is the